AI is already changing YouTube, whether you use it or not. And the way creators respond right now is going to matter a lot more than people think. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how I use AI, where I draw the line, and why I don't think the internet is asking the right question at all. If you've ever wondered whether AI on YouTube is cheating, creativity, or something in between, stay with me because this isn't the conversation you usually hear. Okay, first and foremost, I have to say that this video is not my normal content. If you're here because you normally watch my videos about homemaking, family life, and creating homes that work for real people, thank you for watching my videos. And please understand that this might feel a little off topic at first. But AI use on YouTube is no longer a side conversation. It's not a future issue. It's a right now issue. AI is here and it isn't leaving. It's expanding faster than anyone could have anticipated. Now, YouTube has introduced new rules around AI generated content, and creators are already feeling the ripple effects, whether they use AI or not. It's being reported that millions, yes, millions of channels have been terminated, many without warning. So, this is something we need to start paying attention to. Things are changing and fast. I've been on YouTube for well over a decade. I have had failed accounts. I recently created this account to start a new business helping people that are struggling to take care of their homes and families. As a Gen X mom and grandma with over 3 decades of experience taking care of my home and my people, I've learned a few things and want to share that knowledge to help others. My point is that I've been here a while and I've seen the explosion of AI content over the last few years. There is a lot of AI slop for sure, but there is also a lot of really great AI content. It really just depends on the creator. Some use it to put out as much slop as possible to make as much money as possible. Some use it to create amazing things that tell their stories in a way they couldn't do themselves. So I want to step back from the noise and talk about this calmly and honestly. This isn't a hype video. It's not a warning video. It's a conversation because right now some people love AI, some people hate it, and a lot of people are really just unsure what to think. If you've spent time in creator communities lately, you've probably noticed how polarized the conversation has become. On one side of the conversation, there's excitement, relief, even, the feeling that maybe things could be easier or more accessible. On the other side, there's anxiety, fear of being replaced, fear of dishonesty, fear of losing something real. And if you felt both of those at different times, you're not wrong, and you're definitely not alone. The problem is, those two sides rarely talk to each other. They could all benefit from a down home kitchen table conversation. What I find really interesting is that many of the loudest opinions come from people who either assume all AI content is fake or deceptive, or assume anyone uncomfortable with AI is just afraid of change. Neither of those positions is particularly helpful, and both are just wrong. Most people I know fall somewhere in the middle. They're curious, cautious, and trying to figure out where their own boundaries are. And that's where my own use of AI actually lives. First, I don't want to be on camera. I grew up in a time when cameras only popped up at Christmas and school picture days. That was it. There were no selfies unless you went into a photo booth at the mall and got a little strip of pictures taken. I also had a great aunt tell me that many people in her tribe never got their pictures taken because they thought that someone taking your picture took a part of your soul with it. Now that scared the crap out of me as a little girl. That's why most of my childhood pics showed me in tears or with dried up tears on my cheeks. Now, I've grown and I know better. I know logically that having a picture taken does not actually take a piece of my soul, but childhood fears defy logic and reason and don't always disappear with decades. So I hate being recorded, whether it's a picture or it's a video. I do it when I have to, but it's just not something that happens every day or even every year. That's not being fake. That's not hiding. That's a boundary. I've chosen to share ideas, not my face, and AI makes that possible without sacrificing clarity or consistency. Second, I think in layers, not scripts. I might start thinking about AI. Then I develop several different thought trains about ethics, various AI tools, costs, time spent and saved with AI, and frustration with learning new tools. My mind goes a mile a minute, and I usually have several trains of thought running at the same time, and often in very different directions. This can make script writing messy and unfocused, and AI helps me with that. I usually start with ideas that are scattered, observations, opinions, half finished thoughts, long lines of reason and logic that will go on forever if I let them. I helps me take those raw thoughts and organize them into something linear and understandable. That doesn't make the ideas less mine. It makes them more accessible. It makes them make sense to other people. If I just started talking to you, telling you what's in my head, you would become confused very quickly and probably think I'm crazy. That's because you only hear the words I say, not the ideas, reasoning, and thought trains behind them. Third, and this is important, AI lowers friction. It reduces the mental load of formatting ideas so I can spend more time thinking about them. It makes the job easier. It lets me spend more time on the important things. And this is where people completely misunderstand how creators actually use AI. Let me walk you through my actual process because this part often gets misunderstood. I don't sit down and ask AI to make a video for me. I start with an idea, then I get on my laptop and open my notepad. I start typing in all the thoughts I have for the video, all the things I want to say, all the points I want to make. Then I copy and paste those notes into ChatGPT and ask it to analyze them, organize them, identify gaps, suggest structure, and then create a script. Then I read through the output carefully. I asked ChatGPT to expand certain sections, provide more detail about certain things, and rewrite it. Then I copy it and paste it back into my notepad where I start the first edit. I cut what doesn't sound like me. I rewrite all of it in my own voice. I actually say it all out loud and imagine myself speaking to a friend while having some coffee at the kitchen table. It has to feel real. Then I copy and paste it back into Chat GPT and prompt it to add a hook and retention hooks, make it search engine optimized, and make it AI search optimized. I go back and forth like this a few times until I have the finished script. AI gives me a draft. I decide what stays. When I have the finished script, I go to 11 Labs for the voiceover. For delivery, I use an AI avatar from HeyGen instead of being on camera. The avatar takes my place in front of the camera and the voice says the words I want to say. I also add in a lot of B-roll footage, and some of it is I created. I do this because I can't always find the pics I want and I don't know how to create them from scratch. I don't have a studio or a team of people to create every image for me. It's just me and my laptop and my AI assistants. But again, the avatar isn't the creator, it's the messenger. AI is the assistant, not the creator. This distinction matters. AI works best when it's treated like an assistant. It organizes random thoughts into a coherent script. It refines ideas. It supports my work. It does not replace my decades of lived experience. It does not replace my judgment. And it does not replace my knowledge. And let's be real, we already have and use tools that make content creation easier. We have and use editing software, autocorrect, Photoshop, stock footage. All of these are tools to make the job easier and the products better. AI simply sits on the same spectrum. It's just a tool, a very powerful and amazing tool that helps creators. See, I never considered myself to be creative. To me, creative people make things by hand. They make jewelry, they paint, they sculpt, They are very artsy craftsy. I have a lot of relatives that do those things. I have grown children that can do those things, and they did not get their talent from me. I'm not like that. My hands don't listen to my brain very well, so creating things by hand has never been my strong suit. I can't even draw a stick figure without it looking drunk. I have a ton of ideas, though. Now, with AI, I can actually turn my ideas into something outside of my head. I can't even begin to explain to you how amazing that is to finally be able to unleash my creativity, even if it's only a little bit with a couple of tools. Trust and believe that. If this channel gains traction, my business takes off, and I actually start making money on this. I will start using the best tools I can buy, and my creativity will explode in every video. It's all there in my head. AI helps me get it out into the world to share with everyone that wants to see it. So the question isn't whether the tool that is AI should exist, it's how intentionally they're used. Some fear around AI is justified. There is low effort content flooding platforms. There are deep fakes being used deceptively. There are people presenting AI generated content as lived truth. There are a ton of human jobs that will become unnecessary as AI tech evolves. Those are real problems, and pretending otherwise doesn't help anyone. These problems can be very dangerous for people, and we must work to deal with them and protect people from the threats as much as possible. This is why transparency matters. This is why platform guidelines matter. And this is why creators need to take responsibility for how they use these tools. But not all fear is rooted in reality. Using AI does not automatically mean the creator didn't think, the creator didn't care, the creator is dishonest. Often it means the creator is managing limitations, working around barriers, trying to show up consistently. We shouldn't confuse tools with intent. Every creator has to draw their own line with AI, and here's mine. I don't use AI to fabricate experience. I don't use it to impersonate people. I don't use it to replace thinking. I use it to support communication. I use it to put my thoughts, ideas, experience, and knowledge into a digital format. Now, that line may be different for someone else, and that's okay. I'm not here to tell people what they can and can't do with AI. As long as you aren't actively hurting people, I don't really care what you do with it. That's my stance on pretty much everything in life. I'm very much a mind your business type of person. I don't care what you do as long as you aren't hurting people, especially my people. You mind your business, I'll mind mine, and we'll get along just fine. What matters is honesty. Liars are the worst type of people. Liars have no respect for the people they are lying to, and they cannot ever be trusted. So just don't lie. Be honest. If you use AI, be honest. There isn't any reason to lie about it anyway. So is AI a friend or foe? I don't think AI is either. It's a tool, neutral by nature, powerful by design. It's just a tool like a tire iron, useful for some things, harmful for others, but completely dependent on the person using the tool. It can amplify good work or cheapen bad work. It can help people find their voice, or it can drown out authenticity altogether. The outcome totally depends on the person using it. AI has given me a voice for thoughts I used to hold back. It makes it easier to create, to experiment, and to say what I actually mean. It lowers barriers. It reduces friction. It lets me focus on substance over performance. You don't have to agree with my choices. You don't even have to use AI, but we should be able to talk about it honestly, without panic and without pretending it doesn't exist. Ugh, because AI isn't coming. It's already here. All right, y'all. That's it for today. If this video was helpful, go ahead and give it a like. It helps this channel reach the folks who need it. And if keeping home feels like your kind of place, I'd love for you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Remember, you don't need to do everything. You just need to tend what's been given to you. Take care of your home, take care of your people, and don't forget to take care of yourself too. Stay safe and be well, and I'll see you next time here at Keeping Home